everyone's day is off to a magical start. Today, Eric and I wanted to stop in and share with you our thoughts on just how many days you should actually do if you're going to Disney World. How many days are ideal for doing a Disney World vacation? How many do you think, babe?
And let's set the groundwork here. When we say a Disney vacation, we're talking about not like I'm going to Florida, I'm visiting my relatives in Tampa, and we're stopping through Disney. We're talking about you've told the kids we're going to Disney for spring break or for vacation, and we're going to blow it out. And
that's what we're doing. And also, we should mention too that just because we say a Disney vacation, we're considering Orlando, Disney and Universal all the same. All right. So I think for us, we have a couple of numbers. All right. So our ideal number that we suggest you doing if you are going to do a Disney vacation is going to be 7. All right, for us that is ideal.
That's ideal. I know that sounds high. Keep in mind that's our utopia.
All right, and so if because of work, you know, finances, hey, there are no millionaires here. So 5 days I think would be the minimum. All right, that's doable for us, 5 days. Now, I know some of you have requested that we do a video sharing just how you would do a Disney vacation if you only have 3 days. That video is coming. Please stay tuned for that.
And another groundwork thing here. When we talk about vacation days, okay, we're talking full vacation days. We're not talking about the day you arrive or the day you depart. Now, we recognize some people get to Orlando early and go to the park the day they arrive. Some people leave, like the day they leave, you might leave at 3 or 4 in the afternoon, 5 in the afternoon. You might be able to squeeze in some part time, but we're not talking about the arrival day or departure day.
For us, we're talking about those full days in the middle where you wake up and you have nothing to do. And you're in Orlando. Yeah, you have nothing to do but do stuff in Orlando.
So 7 full days, so just to review, 7 full days is utopia. 5 is very much workable. 3, you can do it, but you gotta have some strategy.
And we'll give you that strategy, like I said, in another video. For us, I think the most we've done has been about, what, 14 days?
Yeah, that was great. We did like 14 around Christmas.
Around Christmas. And that's kind of typical for us around the holidays. We stay about 14 days. You know, to really kind of experience it, to kind of get there a little bit before some of the Christmas crowds. And so again, that would be, you know, some of the strategy that we discuss in that upcoming video. This coming trip that we have that's looming, we're somewhere in between 7 and 14 days. We're still trying to work the kinks out on that.
And the reason, guys, you know, I know we're throwing a lot of days out at you, like, gosh, 7 days, 14 days. I think historically, when we've talked to people that don't like Disney, or that had a bad time, one of the common threads was we just wanted to go down there, the kids wanted to go, we wanted to get it over with, and it was just one of these things where it was like a drive-by. Yeah, we call that like a drive-by Disney vacation. If you guys have gone to Disney 1, maybe even 2 times, watching this today, you know it's really difficult yourself to do a Disney drive-by vacation and really take it in. There's just so much to Disney, especially now. Disney Springs is just consistent. You know, it's always evolving. There's so much stuff going on right now over at Animal Kingdom. You know, they're putting up Avatar Land. Universal has the new Kong ride.
So if you try to do a drive-by and you're trying to pop in and out of every park, you know, we mentioned the park hopper passes, it's gonna wear you out. It is. It's gonna wear you out. So guys, what were you gonna say?
I want to say one more thing too, and I feel you're gonna hear the passion in my voice. I think parents get caught up in the trap of, I'm going because the kids want to go. My daughter really loves Frozen. She wants to see Elsa. My son really loves, you know, the Avengers. He wants to see the Marvel characters. So we're going just because we got to go. Don't do that. You're the parent. You earn that vacation. Your kids don't work. They don't have jobs, I hope. So don't just go for your kids and say, I'm just going for them and trying to get it over with. Go for you. We're going to have, I'm sure, videos. There is a lot of great adult activities. And let's face it, an Orlando Disney vacation, if you do it especially a certain way, it is comparable in price and sophistication to a trip to the Caribbean, a trip to Europe, to
Hawaii. You know,
it's up there.
And we've traveled to several of those places that Eric has mentioned, and Disney's up there. If you do it, you know, like a real vacation and not like a Disney drive-by, you will see that
there's some experiences that can be very sophisticated.
The cost is up. All right, but anyway, guys, we are going to give you our top 5 reasons why 5 and 7 days are just really ideal.
Yeah. The first one, and I think this isn't Disney or Orlando or Universal specific, this is any vacation, decompression. You know,
I think you can really speak to that.
Yeah, as if you're an adult that works and raises your kids, especially if you have a stressful job, it takes a while on any vacation to get in vacation mode.
Right.
For me, it's about 24 hours. For some people, I work with a guy who said he needs 2 weeks. Every vacation he takes is 2 weeks. So you really have to get in vacation mode and leave work behind. Sometimes that takes a little bit of alcohol. So just the decompression thing, I think, is huge.
Yeah, yeah. You know what, Eric? We didn't, guys.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Where's your
we
Star
typically
Wars?
have on our Disney shirts. Eric's wearing Star Wars. It says "Fear the Dark Side."
Yeah.
I don't have one, so I had to wear today the closest thing I could get.
Yeah, this is actually an Under Armour, which is pretty interesting.
Really, I think you know what? I think we got that at the Target. We have a Disney Target when we go to Orlando, and I think that's where he bought that shirt. But anyway.
All right, guys. So point number 2, and this is related to point number 1, downtime. You need to build downtime into the vacation, especially a Disney vacation where there's so much running around, keeping up with kids, keeping up with relatives.
There's so much to see.
Yeah.
There's so much to see. There's so much to see. We have mentioned before that, you know, Disney is just constantly growing. Orlando as a whole is growing if you add in Universal. So you want to have enough time to, I guess, stop and smell the roses.
And I actually had to learn this on our first trip when we took Chase. He was about 1.5. And prior to that, we had just gone just ourselves.
Yeah.
And of course, when we were going, this is our early 20s.
Yeah, we could ride anything.
We rode everything.
You go to any park you want, stay as long as you want.
But taking a baby, it taught me to slow down and really just enjoy it as a park and as an experience, and to really just stop and smell the roses. It sounds like a cliche.
Yeah, but it is so true. You don't necessarily have to be on Big Thunder Mountain or, you know, standing in line to see Frozen to really experience the Disney magic. If you just stop and slow down, the magic will happen. You're gonna get that magic, but you have to stop and kind of look around and take it in. Again, you don't necessarily have to be in the parks to make it happen. The resorts, all of Disney's resorts have just wonderful pools.
And Orlando and Universal's resorts.
Just stop and hang out at the pool. You know, maybe take your family one day and head over to Cracker Barrel and enjoy some pancakes. Or
go hang out at City Walk at Universal. We like City Walk and Disney Springs.
We recently discovered, what is it, Lake Eola?
Yeah, downtown Orlando. Yeah, there are a lot of spots. We're going to have a whole lot of videos about what to do when you're not at the parks. And that brings us to our third reason to do it is weather.
Yes.
Two forms of weather that you run into where you might need to stretch out your vacation.
Rain
one of them is
and
rain. It rains in Florida. So the odds of you getting rain at some point on your trip are going to be, I would say, 50-50. If you're going 3 days, you get rained out one day, you're kind of like, man, we lost.
You know what though, babe? It's funny, when we were going to Disney early eons ago, it never rained.
I think the Southeast was in a drought, but now,
oh my gosh, we would go for years and no rain.
The climate's different now. Yeah, with the changing weather patterns over the past few years, it rains a lot more in Florida. I remember Florida used to be really dry. They had fires. And everything.
So now we have to build in what we call rain days. And so if we are going to be at Disney for 10 days,
we know it's going to rain maybe 2 of those days.
But we've already built it in.
It's part. So we got 10 days. We go do something else. The other weather factor is heat. It's hot in Florida, hotter than most of the people that come to Disney don't live somewhere as hot as Orlando. So you're gonna wear yourself out. I don't care how much water you drink. You're in 90 degree, 80% humidity
all day. You know, this isn't a boat ride vacation. You are walking. It's nothing but theme parks.
And it's humid in the South. It's humid. It's a different kind of heat.
So if you give yourself 5 to maybe 7 days for your vacation, you can now slow down a little bit and account for not only the heat, but also the rain. You're not crushed if you're going to be there for, you know, 3 days and 2 of the days it rains. You know, your vacation is effectively ruined. You know what I'm saying? Because I know I don't want to be out sloshing in the rain on, you know, on vacation. So,
I think when you start to get to 40, 50, 60% chance of rain is doable. You get to 100%, it's kind of a wrap. Our fourth reason actually relates to what you just said of kind of stopping and smelling the roses and exploring. If you have more days, you can be more creative and explore things outside of Disney and even Universal. Explore outside of even those two parks.
And babe, that's really good during peak season. You know, right now it's peak season. It's spring break. You know, a couple of months it's going to be the summer. Still peak season. And so the parks are going to be, they're going to be crowded. And so if you have built in 5 to 7 days of your vacation on the days like, let's say maybe Friday and Saturday, where you just know not only are you going to have the travelers coming into Orlando, but now you also have to account for the individuals
locals
who live in Orlando, the locals. You might want to do something else. I know on our last trip we did what? We did the Kennedy Space Center.
That's right, we did do the Kennedy Space Center. We always do something outside.
We always build in a day where we can do something on those days where it's going to be a little bit more crowded on at the parks, typically on the weekends.
To Cocoa Beach, we do Kennedy Space Center. So we do activity, and we'll do a whole video. Trust me, it's coming, guys. Stay tuned. We're gonna do a bunch of videos on
just things you can do. Things you can do outside of the parks, that being Disney and Universal.
And our fifth reason is just quality time. You wanna, if your go is stressful, we start to get on each other's nerves. And especially the more people or the more children, especially small children, it's just hard. And you want that quality time where your 2-year-old sees Princess Tiana, or your 4-year-old, you know, sees Donald Duck.
Darth Vader.
Or gets to spar with Darth Vader. So the quality time.
So you want to be able to, again, have 5 to 7 days where you're not rushing because you're trying to get your money's worth. And let me just say this, even if you do 3 days at Disney or even 2 days, it's still going to cost. You know, Disney, no more is it just thought of as a cheap vacation. Whether you do 2 days, 14 days, it's money. So you want to get the biggest bang for your buck. You want to make those memorable experiences. You want them to be lifelong experiences, something that you can kind of look back on and cherish. You don't want to think back on your Disney vacation.
And just, I blew that money.
I blew that money. We were yelling at the kids the whole time because you were stressed.
You were stressed.
You were stressed. If you build in 5 to 7 days at least, then you can kind of slow down, enjoy the time that you're, you know, even if you have to wait in a queue for a while, you're enjoying it because, you know, yesterday you had the day off where you guys just hung out at the pool or you did a, you know, a nice dinner, or, you know, you and your wife, or, you know, you and your, you know, your significant other took the evening to go over to Epcot.
The quality time is also for the parents. And this goes back to my original statement, starting back where we started. I think a lot of the people that book short trips, it's just for the kids. Don't do that. If it's going to be just for the kids, I suggest you guys do another vacation. Maybe send the kids with, you know, a family member who loves Disney. Ship them off with somebody else. Give them the money and let them send them all, and you know, and send them on with them. But don't do the drive-by. It's tough, guys. Now, and we are going to have a video where we talk about the 3-day trip. I think it is doable in 3 days. It's absolutely doable. It's absolutely doable. Well, that's it, guys. We hope that you have found this video to be, as always, very informative. And so until next time.